With the 7th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College.
That there are so many fans who dislike the Golden State Warriors so much. Actually, the reaction says it all. Nothing against Golden State, but these Knicks fans wanted Stephen Curry, the 6'3" junior guard out of Davidson, who quite simply is the best shooter in the draft. Jay Billis, he led the nation in scoring at 28 points per game. What makes him special?
Well, you mentioned it. He's an unbelievable shooter, and he's got great range. You know, if you cut him off at 23 feet, he'll move out to 25. If you cut him off at 25, he can take it out to 27. He's got really deep range. It goes beyond NBA range. And I think one of the things that you really love about him is he just knows how to play. He's not only a gifted scorer, but he knows how to get shots off. He's got a really quick release. He can stop on a dime, and he's got a great understanding of the game, and he loves to play, and that's something that I don't think can be understated. A guy that loves to play is going to be in the gym all the time, and that's the way Stephen Curry is. He's an unusually good passer. He can anticipate defensively. He's not the type of player that's a superior athlete that can stay in front of super quick players, but he uses his craftiness. He's going to have to improve his decision making a little bit with the ball in his hands, and his shot selection has got to get a little bit better. But last year with Davidson, a bad shot for Stephen Curry was usually better than a good shot for somebody else on his team, and he had to take some chances. I think his decisions will get much better as he goes on and plays more point guard in the NBA.
Golden State has found its man. The Warriors announcing tonight Mark Jackson will take over as head coach by the Bay. It's Jackson's first head coaching gig in the NBA. The 46-year-old has been a lead NBA analyst for ESPN and ABC for the last several seasons and will finish out this year's finals before rolling up his sleeves with the Warriors. Well, for more, let's welcome in the man himself, the new coach, Mark Jackson, joining us now on SportsCenter. Mark, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate everything, and I'm excited about the next chapter in my life.
17 years as a player in the league. How did you sell owner Joe Lacob on going with you?
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Lacob and the management of the Golden State Warriors did an outstanding job of interviewing, and the entire process. They've been sincere and honest. I love their energy, passion, and focus towards building a championship caliber team in the Bay Area. It is a tremendous honor, and I thank God for the opportunity because they believe in what I'm preaching. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm certainly excited about it. I want to take the time out to thank my beautiful wife, my wonderful family, and my church family also, True Love Worship Center in Van Nuys, California. So it's an exciting time, and I'm thrilled to be head coach of the Golden State Warriors.
With the 11th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Klay Thompson from Washington State University.
Probably 5-6 days ago. But feeling good to play versus not letting it happen again is two different things. And so that's where I spent such an extended period of time, and I've been able to feel better and better and better each day. So I think we approached it the right way.
The day is coming real soon. We're going to be pretty good, and we're going to need him. So I think it's a relief to know we now have a game plan, and excited about when this thing starts up again.
With the 35th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Draymond Green from Michigan State University.
It's a three from Andre Miller. It's tapped away by Thompson, picked up by Lawson. That's it. Golden State will advance. Golden State goes to the second round. The 6th seed is beaten the 3.
Just 1 of 5 from deep in the final period. Kawhi Leonard. And the great season from Golden State is going to come to an end. San Antonio wins and moves on. All 5 Spurs in double figures. Klay Thompson struggled once again, just 4 of 12, 10 points. San Antonio will move on to the Western Conference Finals for the 2nd straight year. Game 1 at home against Memphis Sunday afternoon.
Swish, nothing but net. Steph Curry trying to answer the runner off glass and no good. Chris Paul comes down with the rebound. You see an emotional Doc Rivers. What an amazing series it has been. The Clippers get the W. They take it by 5. They'll take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Your final score, 126-121.
This was a no-brainer. Wow. You have an opportunity to choose between New York. Yes, Phil Jackson is there, but it's still a dysfunctional franchise. It's haphazard. Carmelo isn't sure about it. An abundance of their players aren't sure about it. The city of New York isn't sure about it. A matter of fact, the only thing we're sure about is how dysfunctional it is. And obviously they're cap-strapped, and, you know, it's a rebuilding and a reclamation project that's going to be years in the making. On the other hand, you look at Golden State and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, you have arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history. In Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, you've got talent there. Even when Bogut doesn't want to be bogus, he can give you something in terms of a big man presence. And the city is probably the best home crowd in existence at this moment in time. And regardless of what I consider to be their foolish decision to let go of Mark Jackson, there's no denying that the Golden State Warriors ownership are a bunch of guys that care a great deal about winning. They care a great deal about their franchise. They do have some knowledge about what they're doing. I don't agree with their decision to let go of Mark Jackson, but it doesn't mean they deserve our disrespect.
When I grew up, I had great coaching. I went to John Wooden basketball camp and played for a legendary high school coach in Los Angeles named Jerry Marvin. So I was lucky. I always was blessed with great coaches. And then Lute Olson, who will be at the press conference today, gave me my one scholarship offer to Arizona, and 26 years later, here I am. It seems surreal in a lot of ways, but I know that it has everything to do with all the great coaches and teammates that I've had in my life and in my career.
And they're one round closer to achieving their goal of getting back to the top of the NBA. First time since 1976, the Warriors are going to the conference finals. Years.
Curry, and the dream season is now complete. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions, their first title in 40 years. And how sweet it must be for those crazy loyal Bay Area fans.
extremely well. And when you talk about they have some superstars and some stars, but this team won it as a team and sharing the basketball, playing the right way.
Yes, Smitty, without a doubt, this team really embodied the spirit of teamwork throughout the entire series. Obviously, Iguodala played big, Steph Curry, but different players stepped up and played big tonight. Festus Ezeli. Congratulations to this franchise, to Steve Kerr, to the Golden State Warriors. It's a tremendous, tremendous season and a great series and finals championship for their team.
Curry goes outside to Iguodala. He'll fire and bury a three. Lob for Ezeli, dumps it down.
24-0 to begin the season. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
There it is! 400 threes in the season for Steph Curry. The Golden State Warriors say they use strength in numbers, and tonight the number is 73.
The Red Auerbach Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr. The first unanimous MVP in NBA history, Stephen Curry.
And that's the ball game. The greatest playoff comeback in Golden State Warriors history ends with a Game 7 win.
Curry catches one dribble, steps back, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound tip taken by Spades. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions. Cleveland's long sports nightmare has ended. The drought is over. 52 years. Time to celebrate a title. And the emotions for LeBron James, who delivers on his promise to come home and bring a championship to his beloved hometown.
Stephen A., the news again coming in moments ago, Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it. It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the top 3 players in the world. He's a quintessential superstar. He deserves all the credit in the world for the talent that he possesses. But the flip side is this. They were up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 different times. He was 48 minutes removed from getting to the NBA Finals by winning the Western Conference. 3 times he failed, particularly in Game 6. And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak. And I don't want to hear any comparisons to that of LeBron James when LeBron James left Cleveland for South Beach. When LeBron left Cleveland, the cupboard was bare. He was basically the only dude in Cleveland. It was LeBron James and a bunch of no-names. In the case of Kevin Durant, you have one of the top 5 players in the world as your teammate. You got Billy Donovan, who's proven to be an exceptional coach. You've got a coaching staff. You've got a first-class organization. You've got Enes Kanter, Steven Adams, and all of these boys. You are legitimately a championship contender. You are the difference. You are the superstar, and you depart for the team that beat you, that's the 2-time reigning defending Western Conference champions, who's won a championship in the last 2 years. You're jumping on a bandwagon as far as I'm concerned. That's just the way that I look at it. I don't think there's any way to deny that. All the reporters, whether it's Ramona, it's Chris Broussard, everybody doing an exceptional job, pointing out the things that they point out. I don't disagree with anything anybody is saying. But in the end, what it comes down to is that Kevin Durant is one of the top 3 players in the world, and he ran away from the challenge that he faces in order to jump on the bandwagon of a team that's a little bit better, that's already rife with at least one superstar, a couple of guys that can really, really get it done. I just view it as him jumping on the bandwagon, and I think it's the weakest move I've ever seen by a superstar, plain and simple.
The Warriors welcoming Kevin Durant to the Bay Area. The all-star forward introduced at team headquarters during a press conference viewed around the world. General Manager Bob Myers and head coach Steve Kerr welcoming Durant, and we joined in as well as we interviewed him on the way from the airport to Warriors headquarters.
Just from knowing, play with Steph and Andre at World Championships, and being in an all-star game with the whole Warriors staff, and Draymond and Clay, I just felt like they just meshed so well together, and it just seemed effortless. It was kind of organic, and I felt that when I met those guys and started talking to them a little bit more the last few days. So it just seems like a perfect fit personality-wise, man. I was excited I got an opportunity to get.
The Warriors are NBA champions again. The Golden State Warriors champions once again, back-to-back titles, 3 in 4 years, and the latest with a sweep.
Warriors run, lob to the rim, and Jones oops the alley on a gorgeous feed from Curry.
Trying to get himself back in game shape.
Here's Green on the drive, and then the pass for Rob, and the bucket by Damian Jones.
Good rebound from Curry.
Jaredko left open.
How about the board and the pass by Steph Curry? Offense, he's now into double-digit assists.
Curry up to Jones. Oh, there's a highlight play from Jones.
Wow.
Williams, little crossover. Ball knocked loose. Threw it too hard. Williams shaken up. Durant drives. Layup is good. And Thompson comes crashing into Beverly. Here's the end of the play. Take a timeout. Warriors up a dozen.
That commercial break changed the right shoe. So now he's wearing 2 separate shoes.
Oh, Durant throws it down. An exclamation point.
Clippers defense and an emphatic jam.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant's limping. Durant goes down holding his leg. Ibaka goes up and is fouled down the other end. And Durant grabbing that right leg. It's the right calf that put him out. And his teammates going over to check on him. I don't like to hear the fans cheering.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that.
No question. These Raptor fans have been wonderful, but to cheer for a player who gets injured. And credit Serge Ibaka. And there's the play right away. He knew it.
You will not see a better sight than we just witnessed. Unfortunately, what happened to Kevin Durant, but Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam, Serge Ibaka telling the crowd, no, we are not going to cheer when this guy goes down. That's appreciation for greatness.
Lost the ball. Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain. Steph Curry slamming the ball on the court, so upset. Green went up to block it. Some of the players saying something. Danny Green saying, I'm just trying to block the play.
No, that wasn't a dirty play by Danny Green.
And everybody for the Warriors in the franchise and here in the stands holding their breath. Klay Thompson obviously in some pain. He grabbed that left knee right away. Mark, you talked about it earlier. One of his strengths is how durable he's been. The fact that he only missed the 1 game after straining the hamstring. He plays on a lot of nights other players wouldn't be out there. Just inbound, and that's it. There's a new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada. We, the North, are now we, the champions. the Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
Breaking news on the Jump Free Agency special. Oh yes, nobody is waiting till 6 o'clock Eastern. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting that Kevin Durant is in fact headed to Brooklyn to join Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan.
Sign and trade. Warriors finalizing a deal with the Nets to acquire D'Angelo Russell, and in a corresponding move to free up cap space, Golden State sends Andre Iguodala and a future first-round draft pick to the Grizzlies. So let's take a look at what the Warriors' potential starting lineup could be week one. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Obviously, we know that they will not have Klay Thompson until at some point during the season. But then you're going to have D'Angelo Russell in there. They still need to re-sign restricted free agent Kevon Looney. But this is a little bit of a different-looking team. Again, that one has Klay Thompson on it, and we don't know exactly when he'll be available. It won't be at the beginning of the year.
Is the Warriors dynasty over?
I have a two-part answer to that.
Okay.
Yes, it is. But they don't believe so. They are salivating over the fact that they've acquired D'Angelo Russell. Their belief is that we got a 23-year-old who's an all-star. Ball handling skills, point guard skills, perimeter shooting skills. Imagine, Stephen A., when we put him on the court with Klay, Steph, Draymond, we believe we're going to re-sign Looney, et cetera, et cetera.
You heard him say it. Bobby Marks says the Warriors are going to miss the playoffs this year. Do you agree?
I disagree. Now, they won't be hosting a first-round playoff series, and it's not so very far off that one injury, one poor season from a big-time player in their rotation puts them fighting for eighth. But if you say they're not going to make the playoffs, to me, what you're saying is Steph Curry should never have been a unanimous MVP in this league on a 73-win team. And you're saying to me Draymond Green is not going to play like a max player, which I think he is next year in the final year of his deal. And Klay Thompson will return at some point of the season. I anticipate the Golden State Warriors will be in the.
Take me on the court.
I think that's a little premature to say there's no more dynasty. I mean, we still have Stephen Curry, a two-time MVP, Draymond Green, a Defensive Player of the Year. Adding D'Angelo Russell was an incredible get for us. I mean, the kid's going to blossom into a superstar in this league. That gave, honestly, me and my teammates a breath of fresh life, seeing him come on board. Losing Andre and Sean, that veteran presence, is going to be tough just because they've been so crucial in our development as a team the last few years. But I love the guys we added. Getting Kevon Looney back is huge. His role in the playoffs last year was instrumental in getting us to a finals. Same with Willie Cauley-Stein. I think his ability to play above the rim and run the floor is going to be great for us. And to say the dynasty is over, I think is a little ignorant because I think I'm going to come back 110%. I think I'm going to come back even better and more athletic. And I would just not, it would not be smart to count the dubs out. That's all I'll tell people.
So we're sitting here in Las Vegas. The odds makers have not given you guys good odds to win the title compared to some of the other teams. And it reminds me a little bit of the beginning of this conversation. You were not given very good odds to be sitting here doing this interview talking about your $100 million contract. What do you make of odds as you go forward here?
I like it. You know, being an underdog, it's been a while since we've been an underdog. But it brings that underdog chip back. And I miss that chip. I'm pretty sure Steph missed that chip. And some of the stuff Klay been texting me this summer, I'm positive he misses the chip. So I like where we're at. I'm excited about it and looking forward to it. So to the odds maker, thanks. You got me where I am today. I look forward to where they take me again.
The Thunder staying with that 120 points and keeping the Warriors under 100.
And with that, Oklahoma City earns its first victory of 2019-2020.
The Warriors look absolutely, positively atrocious. It's an embarrassment. And, you know, Draymond, mad love for them. That's my brother. But I got to tell you something. I got to hold him accountable for his quote there. You know, yeah, y'all are bad and what have you. And, yeah, you like to see is you work harder. But you know what? You know, we're just bad. No, you're not supposed to be this bad. Yeah, this is not about the Warriors 0-2. This is about the Warriors going into Oklahoma City, a squad that does not have Kevin Durant, that does not have Russell Westbrook, that does not have James Harden, that doesn't even have a Serge Ibaka or whatever, and you are down by 40, there is no excuse for that.
I love what Pascal did then. He closed out on a shooting hand side.
Steph Curry with a lot of contact. He's holding that left wrist. We already saw Steph tweak his ankle. He is not moving that left wrist right now.
That is the absolute last thing in the world that they need right now. He's up. You got to look at this ankle.
The left one?
Yeah, see him.
There it is.
Yeah, just kind
boy.
of tweak that, roll it over. And this is what just happened. Goes in there, Baines tries to split the defenders and just fell almost head first.
He landed on his arm and wrist. It's not the collision, it's the landing, and then on top of it, what?
Oh yeah. Baines fell on his hand.
He is so fortunate that he didn't break his wrist there.
Wow.
You know, I literally just found out 5 minutes ago. So it's we'll meet tomorrow as a staff. We'll watch film with the team, and we'll be able to discuss all that stuff. But you know, we've obviously it's been a tough start for us on many levels. So we're just trying to find our footing, and obviously this puts us in a tough spot. So we'll assess it and we'll go from there.
It's devastating. It's devastating. The season's over. Let's just call it what it is. The season's over. Keep in mind that before Steph Curry got hurt, they were down 29 points in the first quarter. How does that happen? That's how horrific their defense has been. Now, I want to preface my comments by saying this. I hope Steph Curry has a full recovery. I love this brother as a person and as a superstar in the NBA. He represents everybody incredibly, incredibly well, him and his wonderful family and the whole bit. And I don't want anybody to take this wrong because I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. I'm actually happy he's hurt. Doesn't bother me at all. What did I tell you? What have I been telling you since before the season began? I said, will he make it? My number one concern as I sat up here.
Yeah, you did.
I kept saying.
You said he's going to
they go. Now, that didn't happen yesterday, obviously, on that play.
But it was a
with
concern
guys
for you.
sliding under, trying to draw offensive fouls from the weak side. They got to do something about that. I mean, I get it. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I don't want. Steph Curry still has an awful lot left in him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we will have been able to say that had he played this entire season with what other teams were going to subject him to without the services of Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson.
This Pelicans team isn't healthy either. You take care and protect home court. Great job by the New Orleans Pelicans tonight.
Pels are now 3-4